Ben,
Hey Jim,
how are you?
doing pretty well. How are you?
Well, thanks.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you. Grab a seat.
Did you catch the FSU basketball game recently?
I did. It's a disappointing loss.
So disappointing. I was
That's
so
pretty
upset.
brutal.
What a season to come down to that.
It was, man. I feel good about next year, though.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So hey, I don't know if I mentioned this to you when we met at the boosters meeting a couple weeks ago, but what's your involvement with FSU?
So we've been boosters for quite a long while, and both Mona and I went to Florida State. So,
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's always easier to deal with FSU grads when it comes
Of
to
course,
business. It's
right.
a lot more smoother, and there's a lot more things we can relate on.
yeah, absolutely.
So another question is, what made you want to continue the carpet store? Why didn't you went to FSU, you
Right.
know, we could have pursued anything you wanted to do. What made you want to continue with the carpet store?
Sure. So obviously, it's a family business. I felt a little bit of an obligation to continue the business myself.
Okay.
I grew up in it, so I have a little bit of a passion for it. I'm not necessarily interested in just continuing the carpet piece, which is why we've created some additional entities that do different operations. So I'm really excited to try to grow the business rather than just sort of maintain what we've been doing over the years.
Perfect. So you are looking to continue to grow the business, and
No
just here in Tallahassee, you're looking to expand to different locations.
For now, we're trying to do sort of perfect the model here in Tallahassee, and then eventually maybe franchise or maybe even just spread the corporate operations, Jacksonville, Tampa, who knows.
Awesome. Yeah, a lot of family businesses really don't think in that same picture you are.
Sure, well, I want to grow.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good for you, Jim. And hey, actually, here's my business card.
Great.
I'm a
Thank you.
CPCU for the Eric Shaw Insurance Agency.
Okay.
I've been doing insurance for the past 8 years, specifically small business insurance.
Okay,
I've rented a few stores in Tallahassee, but haven't rented a carpet store yet.
okay,
And so it's a very challenging case, and I'm pretty excited to tackle it.
great.
And hey, do you mind if I take some notes on this
No,
conversation?
feel free.
Perfect.
I'll tell you look very young for being out of school for 8 years.
Yeah.
You
This
get
is
that a lot?
weird.
Yeah.
I get it a lot. They call me babyface at work. It's like, I mean, it's not a bad problem to have.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I'm trying to get a feel for your general operations
Okay.
here at the carpet store.
Sure.
So to take things back a little bit, is there anything of any of your operations that differentiated from what the previous owner had in mind?
With respect to just the carpet?
Yeah, well,
Side.
other than the stores you started, specifically the carpet side.
Okay. No, I mean, we're still doing carpet sales, carpet installation. We're doing some custom work, trying to do more commercial work. The margins are a little bit slimmer, but they're bigger jobs, so the revenue is a little bit better. Outside of that, the carpet operations are relatively the same, which is why, my father was great at that. We want to preserve that piece of it, but I'm interested in doing different things and continuing to grow it, sort of as a collection of businesses.
Perfect. Good to hear that. Awesome. So yeah, another thing is you don't own 3 buildings. You lease 3 buildings, correct?
Correct.
Awesome. So why did you choose to lease?
It made the most financial sense for us at the time. We didn't, the business wasn't super cash heavy, and we feel like we got a pretty good deal on some of the locations that we have gotten leases in. So, we just kind of looked at what the month-to-month cost was, what the upfront cost was, what cash flow looked like at the time, and leases just made sense.
Awesome. Yeah. So did you get it through a friend or anything? With your real estate agent?
Yeah, we try to use the same broker. He
Okay.
represents us most of the time.
Perfect. And what made you want to just go right across the street instead of going to a different side of town?
Convenience, and obviously that building's right across the street, so we saw that it was available. We thought it was a good space, and we decided to go for it. And we feel like we got a good deal on it.
Get more work done in one day.
Absolutely.
So another thing is, which premises of your buildings has the most foot traffic?
Definitely the store.
The retail
Yeah,
store?
main location.
Awesome.
Mhm.
And so can you explain to me a little bit more about this retail store? I know you work in the back with hardware,
Right.
and Mona manages the front, correct?
Right.
Can you just give me a little overview of what the retail store is all about?
Sure. Most of our product is not there, right? It's primarily samples on boards.
Okay.
So it's where our customers are coming in. We do have some sort of mock living room set up or mock bedroom set up with some of our products actually laid so that clients can see what it might look like in their home. But for the most part, it just is supposed to be a very nice, clean area for customers to come in and see what type of material they might like put down on their floors.
Awesome. What's your best-selling product that the customers seem to choose from?
Uh,
Is there any one thing in particular?
Sure. So Tile is becoming a little bit more popular than carpet these days. That's just kind of the trend in most people's homes. So I would say tiles. Some of the wood look tiles are pretty popular.
Wood look tiles.
Mhm.
Really, people don't just get real wood.
Well, it's significantly less expensive. So a lot of people, and it's water-wise. If you spill water on hardwood, you have to be concerned about getting it cleaned up pretty quickly. Whereas the wood look tile is much easier to clean and a lot less expensive.
I used to live in a wood floor house, and sometimes when we forget to clean up our messes with water, the wood would swell.
Yeah, exactly.
So this huge lump on the floor, it's like,
Yeah.
so irritating.
Yeah, and over time that can cause some big problems.
Exactly. And so, in the retail store, do you see any problems arising from liability from your employees? Is there any hazards your employees should be aware of in that building?
Other than premises liability, I don't know that there's a ton of liability on the retail side.
Okay.
If a customer slips, trips, falls, which happens on occasion, certainly not due to the product. But it does happen on occasion. We haven't had any suits around that.
Perfect.
But I would say that's my biggest concern is just somebody getting injured on our premises and us being held liable for it.
Perfect. Good to hear that.
Mhm.
So that you said this never happened. Nobody's sued you before, right?
Correct.
So you've never had to file a claim or anything with your current insurance?
We have had some claims in the past on the property side, but none on the liability side.
Could you tell me a little bit more about these specific claims on the retail building?
Sure. So we actually had an uncovered loss in the past.
Really?
Yeah, which was a pretty big concern.
What happened?
So we actually had a business income loss, so we were unable to continue operating our business for some time, and unfortunately thought that we had that coverage, and we didn't. So some of the things that were damaged, we needed to do business as a result of not being able to use those. We lost some of our normal revenue, and it wasn't covered under our policy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your insurance broker didn't offer any type of business income when you were dealing with insurance at the
Not
time?
on the front end, we got it pretty quickly thereafter,
Yeah.
exactly. But not 100% sure if it's included on our current policy, which is one of the things that I mentioned to you.
Awesome. And one last question about the retail store is, other than foot traffic, how much personal property as well as inventory do you have inside of this retail store?
I don't know what the exact number is. That might be more of a Mona question. But it's a decent chunk of change. Certainly not something that we would want to eat the loss on and it be uncovered. So
Okay.
there is some value there. What the number is probably a Mona question.
Perfect. I went ahead and noted that I should ask Mona in the future about the personal property inside the retail store. So I have a question about the hardware store.
Okay.
So when your employees come to clock in to install the carpet, your carpet installation teams, do they clock in at the retail store or they clock in at the hardware store?
They're generally clocking in at the retail store and then running to grab material if it's across the street at the warehouse, and then going to the job site.
Okay, so in the warehouse, is there any computer operation systems?
There is, in order to, when you say computer operations.
Like you said, they clock in. I'm assuming they clock in on a computer, maybe.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, they punch in a code that's specific to them that lets us know that they're actually the ones that are punching in.
Awesome. Perfect. And but how many jobs do you guys do per day when it comes to carpet installation and tile and
Yeah, sure.
generic?
So we have 3 carpet crews, one just doing tile. Generally speaking, it depends on the size of the project. So
Okay.
some projects are small and can get done in half a day. Other projects take weeks at a time if it's a large custom job. So it all depends. Sometimes we'll even divert a couple of crews if it's a large commercial job. So it's tough to say. One day could be 6, and it could be 1 project a week if it's a bigger one.
Awesome. So from my understanding, the commercial jobs tend to take longer than
Absolutely.
residential
Yeah,
jobs.
sure. They're just larger in scale.
More space to cover.
Right.
Perfect. And with this warehouse, you guys have a lot of expensive personal property for installing the carpet, correct?
We do.
And what would your most high ticket items be?
So we're storing a fair amount of materials. Some of those include the custom materials.
Okay.
So if we have a large custom order on the carpet side, that takes months to produce, and that goes to the warehouse once it comes in, but before it's installed. So those are generally costly to create and take a long time.
So other than the carpet that you guys house there, so just the warehouse, all the materials there.
Sure.
Is there any installation tools specifically that cost significantly more than other tools?
Are they left in the warehouse? Generally, not outside of like a secured job box.
Okay. And
We have some hand tools around, but nothing
some hand
major
tools,
value.
but no like huge nail gun or like any crazy things that cost a couple $1,000s.
No.
No. All right. Awesome. It's good to hear. It's good to hear. So you mentioned security on the warehouse. Do you guys have security cameras?
We do.
And do you have any burglar alarms?
We do. Yeah,
And-
on all of our facilities.
On all three of them.
Mhm.
So are these burglar alarms and fire alarms monitored?
They are.
They are monitored, and they report to the a central.
Exactly. Yeah. We
Database.
pay a monthly fee to have
Okay.
it monitored.
Awesome, that's great to hear. A lot of people in Tallahassee don't have alarms, but they don't monitor them.
Oh, really?
It's
Why
like-
is that?
I have no clue. Maybe
Okay.
it's, I don't know if it's an extra fee you have to pay to have these monitored. They
It
just
is.
have the noisemakers, and it
Right.
makes noises. The cop's not going to come if they hear it. They're
Right.
going to report to something. They got to call somebody.
Yeah, that doesn't make much
Monitor.
sense.
That's perfect. So continuing on the operations side of the thing, when it comes to your carpet cleaning business,
Mhm.
we're and it's wallpaper installation, correct?
Correct.
Awesome, and that's out of the third location.
Yeah, it's a separate operation. We just started it up, so there's not necessarily a ton of material associated with it yet. But yeah, it operates independently of the other two.
So the equipment that you use to clean the carpet and install the wallpapers, do you guys own that or do you lease it?
We're actually kind of leasing internally. So some of the equipment that's owned by Wiley's is being leased to the new entity.
Okay, so all of the equipment or some of the equipment?
The majority of it.
The majority.
Yeah, there may be some things that are owned under the new entity. But
Oh,
it's-
perfect.
the bigger stuff, we already had at Wiley's, and we're just leasing it over to them.
That's great. After reading the little script I was handed, it's my understanding that you guys were leasing it from a third-party company instead of internally. So that's
Oh, okay.
definitely
Good
more risk
clarification.
beneficial on your guys' side. So, so apart from operations, what are you guys looking to grow? Mainly the carpet cleaning company? Are you guys looking to grow that and perfect that?
Sure. I mean, at the end of the day, we're looking to allocate resources wherever there's a lot of work to be done, right?
Okay.
So we want to have a portfolio of products and operations. So, right now tile is much more profitable and there's more business than there is in carpet. Fortunately, we have a tile operation to support that. But if people trust us doing the installation, they'll trust the same name, same ownership doing cleaning, or maybe if they choose to do wallpaper installation. So
Okay.
we want to have a portfolio of products and just kind of be known as a one-call operation to all of our customers.
Perfect. Yeah, I was on Yelp the other day researching you guys, and I saw a bunch of 5-star reviews. And I went, wow, these guys are awesome.
Yeah,
Great
we're pretty
customer
proud of it.
service.
Yeah.
That's great. So that's good to know about. And is there anything that's really preventing you guys from reaching your goals?
Not right now. I mean, I'm sure there's some things that we could trim to be a little bit more profitable.
Mhm.
One of our major concerns, which is the reason that we brought you in, is to not have to worry about the risk or insurance side of it.
Perfect.
Right now, we have some unanswered questions that are leaving us a little bit uncertain,
Mhm.
and that's impacting my ability to operate the business and grow the business. So, more than anything, we're trying to find somebody to manage that for us, so we can have the peace of mind to do what we do, which is carpet, tile, wallpaper.
And your current insurance agent didn't offer a risk management program to you guys?
I don't know what you mean by that specifically, but it came out when we first started doing business together, walked around the locations, made a couple suggestions, and said that he was kind of changing the policy to accommodate those things.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. So it sounds like it didn't really go above and beyond for you. Because
Maybe fair.
to what we do here at the Eric Shaw Insurance Agency
Mhm.
is we try and pair you guys with the right product. We do pair you guys with the right product that
Okay.
fits your business specifically. And on top of that, we are here to install risk management systems inside your premises, so you get a lower premium yearly for more coverage.
Okay.
So it's kind of a win-win for everybody.
Right.
It really works out. And so on top of that, I just have one question I forgot to ask about your operations is what's your most expensive claim? Like what's your highest payout? Have you had any workers' comp, any liability on there?
It's primarily been the property
Property
loss.
damage?
And again, that was something that we ate because it was uncovered. So it
Personal
was extremely expensive.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm surprised your current insurance agent didn't suggest that, especially with special made carpet. So, and are you aware of how much a proper risk management program can save you?
No, not specifically.
No, really? That's interesting. Well, the way it works is, like I said before, cheaper premiums annually. Oh, so it's done. Finish up.
All right, man.
Hey,
Well done, man.
nice to meet you.